Hi everyone, it's Matrius Krystan back again to share a little bit more with you about how to bring forth that Holy Spirit in you, aka the goddess energy of the God part of you. Vibratory power is always associated with the goddess part of the God, because it's through this vibratory power that potential, or say like a thought, is given a vibration and is able to present itself in form. So, like I say, we're creating all the time, whether we really know it or realize it or we're doing it intentionally or not. Because if you ever try to go within and meditate, you discover that you're constantly having thoughts, right? And those thoughts will trigger emotions. Emotions are the vibration to those thoughts. And when we do that, of course, we bring those thoughts into form. So, meditation is about becoming more intentional about what we're creating into form by expanding our awareness of our thoughts. We have a lot of thoughts we are aware of, but we have a lot more that we're not aware of. They're laying kind of down in that subconscious realm. Picture your thought awareness, your awareness like an iceberg, right? And all the thoughts that you're consciously aware of are like the tip of the iceberg sticking out above the water. And then all that big, huge iceberg underneath the water, those are your subconscious thoughts, things that have been programmed into us over the extent of our lifetime. Maybe some things that we've carried over from past generations or other lifetimes, depending on how you look at it. But there's a whole lot of information that we've stored away in that subconscious area, and it's running too, but we're not particularly aware of it. And that can distort what we're trying to manifest. The classic example is like you're trying to manifest abundance, but somewhere in your subconscious realm, you have a lot of thoughts that indicate you don't feel particularly worthy of that abundance. So it gets in the way and it distorts what you're attempting to manifest, and plays itself out. So if you're not feeling worthy, it could be blocking that abundance. Okay, so by meditating, we get an opportunity to be still in our hearts, like I tell you, right? And then just bear witness to what's going on in the body, whether it's thoughts or whether it's emotions or whether it's palpable or sensations that we can actually feel in the body. Just expanding our conscious awareness of what's going on as we're creating into our world around us. So everything that we're experiencing externally is actually a reflection of perceptions that we have internally. So we've talked about that. And then, going into the COVID-19 thing, which is what got me started in sharing this stuff with you, we're going to be experiencing even more stress than we were initially before this all started. So if you're shut in and you're living alone, being by yourself a lot can be stressful. If you're living with a group of people in a confined space, that can get to be stressful. How do you work with each other? How do you get your privacy? How do you get to yourself? How do you say, shut it off for now? Let's come back and deal with this later. These are all stressors that we're dealing with. And those stressors communicate to our bodies its state of wellness or lack thereof. So, for example, if you're having thoughts like so-and-so has a pain in your neck, literally, your body can manifest pain in your neck. If someone's breaking your heart, that too. If so-and-so makes you sick, that too. Pain in the butt, that too. Digestive disorders, things like that. Stemming from your thoughts and your emotions. So the first thing I shared with you is how to reset your nervous system. And you can do that every night when you go to bed. And remember, I suggested that you turn off your devices, especially your Wi-Fi devices, and get back to just laying down in your bed on your back and taking your fingers like this, remember? And sticking them in those two soft spots right here in the back of your head, that lower third right here, that's where mine are. Feel for yours. And then just laying on your fingers like that. So if you're laying flat down on your back, you'd be kind of like that, right? So I told you that if you find those spots and you lay on your fingers, or you could use socks or golf balls or tennis balls to just put pressure in that area, and you do that for about 10 to 20 minutes, it will reset your entire nervous system. It's like a reboot. So, that's the first thing I shared. The next thing I shared with you was about your breath technique, what I call BIF, what Ormes Temple calls BIF, breath, intention, and focus. And if you recall, I demonstrated how to breathe. Visualize in your mind that you're breathing in energy as you very slowly and deeply inhale energy through your root chakra at the perineum base. Let's see if I can. Root chakra, pelvis, solar plexus, heart. Pause and continuing to breathe in, coming down through your crown wide open into your third eye, which is in the center of your brain in the hypothalamus region, and holding. And then as you exhale, visualizing that energy coming out through your third eye and coming into your heart and settling there. And then I told you what you're doing when you're doing that is slowing down your thoughts and your emotions, and you're opening yourself up in this stillness, in this state of passiveness, to receive cosmic intelligence, the God factor of the universe, the collective intelligence. And so I mentioned to you that as you breathe out, you can kind of imagine an arc of energy coming out through your third eye and arcing down to your heart. And I said, like Jehuti. So let me get the Jehuti statue for you here. Whoa. I dropped my lapis. See, this is the Jehuti symbol. Human being, animal nature. But what I'm asking you to pay attention to is the beak. See the beak right here? And just imagine you have a beak coming out of here, and it's elongated coming into your heart, bringing down the conscious intelligence from the heavenlies and moving into your heart, which is your balanced center, your stillness, so that then your heart can gestate with this new information that's coming in and eventually give birth to it in you through your throat chakra, which is like your holy grail, which is the rebirthing of your consciousness, the rebirthing into Christ consciousness, or Krishna consciousness, or Nahast, or enlightenment, whatever it is that you want to call it. It's constantly evolving each version of yourself to a higher and higher frequency, state of awareness, intelligence, and intentionality, right? So those are the things that I shared with you. So I'm just going to do one example of that breath for you real quick so that you can see it. And then I'm going to show you how to bring that energy out into your hands so that you can do this, okay? Now, you've probably seen this on a lot of Egyptian scripts, right? See how their hands are? Isn't that what we still do in church? We still do that, right? That doesn't come from the slave Christianity that we were taught. That comes from our ancestors. That's in us to do that. And we still do it to this day. So the breath, I'm just going to kind of sit up like this so you can see. Or maybe if I get up here. Yeah, how about that? And I'll just cross my legs up here. And I'm going to breathe in. And when I demonstrated this for you before, I used my hands to show you how I was imagining the breath coming in. All of this was breath. And how I was imagining it going out. And see, you manifest according to your intentions. So what you intend, the energy will follow. So if you're intending intelligence coming in from the heavenlies and coming down to your heart and coming up for your own self-expression, that is what you will get. So I'm not going to use my hands this time because maybe you might get the idea that you're supposed to be doing all this. No, I was doing that just to help you to see what I was imagining while I was breathing. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to do it again. Holding, exhaling. Breathing in. Holding and breathing out. Okay, so now to bring that energy from your heart, which remember I told you your heart chakra carries a particular frequency in it that brings everything that energy saturates into balance. So just like your heart is pumping blood all through your body, if you take a moment to use your intention to just pump that vibration from your heart all through your body, which shows up in the color of emerald green, or about 538 hertz. But no mas, if you just use your intention to spread that through your body, then you are balancing your body. You can also bring that energy intentionally from your heart to your hands, okay? So you do that a bit, and then you just kind of move your hands together. You'll feel the energy field that you've built up simply by the friction of rubbing your hands together. Okay. Well, now we're going to do it another way. We're going to call on what our ancestors called Maat, or the nature in us, to bring everything into balance and order. Okay, so I'm going to breathe in, up through the root, the pelvis, the solar plexus, into the center of the chest. Still breathing in, coming down through the crown and into the third eye. Very slow, gradual, so that you can get all that, right? And then, when I breathe out, I'm going to breathe out through the third eye, into my chest, into my heart. But instead of up through the throat, I'm going to focus on sending that energy out through my shoulders, through my chest, my lungs, out through my arms, through my joints, and out through my hands, the palms of my hands, fingertips of my hands, like that, okay? So it would be like, now, if you want to help it to build a little bit more in your hands, try it again. And this time, as you're breathing it out to your hands, that's called a mudra, or a finger position. Just do that so the energy can come down and keep circulating into this area. You can do it like that too if you want, okay? This, all right? So let's try it again. Got it? Let's try 3 breaths like that, just 3 breaths. Bringing the energy up from the root, up through the center of your spine to your heart, down from the heavens through your crown to the first eye gate, the center of your brain. As you exhale, sending it out through the first eye, through the brow center, back down to your heart, and out into your hands. 3 breaths like that. Let's go. Taking a moment before you breathe in again to just feel that energy in your hands. See if you can feel your heart pulsating in your hands. Again. Holding. Letting the energy build up. Exhaling, take a little breath in before you exhale. And exhale out through the brow center to the heart. And down through your arms. One more time. To make it even stronger, you can pulsate your Kegels while you're breathing in. Through the crown as well. Hold it, squeezing your Kegels real tight. Take a short breath in and exhale, relaxing your Kegels and letting the energy run out to your hands from your heart. Now, try taking your hands and moving them without touching, just moving them around like in a circular motion. And see if you can begin to feel the energy. It oftentimes feels like a magnetic, either attraction or repulsion. Usually it's repulsion because you can feel the energy from each hand pressing against the other one. Sometimes it feels like tingling, or a heat, or pulsation. And once you get it there, once you can feel it, see if you can stretch it by coming apart and coming back together. Till you feel it again, stretch it again. And keep working with it so that you're expanding that energy. Keep working with it. Now don't worry if you don't feel it straight off. Believe me, consciousness energy follows your intention, which is your consciousness. So if you continue to put your focus on it, you will eventually be able to feel it. And when you do, when you're able to feel it, try just bringing it over your heart. And notice how your hands feel. Are they warm? As you sit there for a moment, notice the sensation moving into your chest. As you feel it, Breathe that energy from your hands back into your heart. And then out through your entire body. Visualize the emerald green light pulsating with your heartbeat and spreading through your body, flowing through your entire bloodstream. Emerald green blood flashing through your nervous system, flooding through your lymphatic system, bathing your body, your internal body, with emerald green light. All up and down your spine. Throughout your lungs. Across your shoulders, down your arms, and into your hands and fingers. Down through your glutes, your hips, your thighs, circulating through your knees and ankles, lower legs, and even your feet and toes. See it bathing your stomach, your gallbladder, your spleen, your kidneys and liver. All of these organs just turning emerald green, flowing through your small intestines and then your large intestines, bathing your bladder, your colon, your internal genitals, emerald green light, and just stay with it. And if your thoughts interrupt you, just gently bring yourself back to focusing on circulating this emerald green light as you continue to just breathe normally. Come back, try it again with your hands. If you practice this just a few times, you will really get the results of it. I promise you that. If not, call me up. I'll talk you through it personally. And I guarantee you get it. In the meantime, give it a try. And when you're able to bring it through your hands, that's when you can set it on parts of your own bodies, like your neck. That's easy to do, right? Your shoulders, your hips, your kidneys, your stomach, your chest. And wherever you decide to place your hands, just let them stay there for a moment while you breathe normally, circulating that emerald green light back to yourself. And of course, yes, you can touch others and send that energy to them as well. As long as that's your intention and you're keeping your thoughts on sending love and this Maatic energy, this emerald green energy from the heart that brings everything back into balance, into a state of coherency. So give it some practice. And then in the next couple of days, I'll come back and I'll start to demonstrate some techniques that you can use for self-massage on your own body, for as much as I can do on a public site. I'd like to take you further with self-massage for the ladies and for the men, but we'd have to probably do an off-site, off Facebook site, private meetup, for me to be able to demonstrate all of it to you, okay? So start with that. Let me know how you're coming along. Haven't heard from anybody yet, so let me hear from you. Okay? Hotep, Ashe, I love you so.